You know the drill. Come on, get out of here.
Understand.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. There. Aloha, everybody. It's Monday, May 26th. It's Memorial Day, where we honor those who have died for our country in a nutshell. In the nearest Arlington, well, anyhow, that's what that is. And also, before I forget, it's Mongoose Monday. Yeah, I know I'm gonna forget that if I didn't do that right off the bat. I swear, because I don't have my little thing. Oh, I do have this though. Oh, it's there. I'm gonna try to maybe pivot a little bit with this video. I'll do a little vlog and news, but I'm gonna feature a little bit of Michael's operation today. It's Operation Michael. They're gonna operate on him again, in a sense. Allow me to explain. I'll try not to be too much length of time, because you see, I was gonna just like throw up a picture, like, oh, here he is, I got a picture, but I thought, oh, maybe that's embarrassing, or that's private, he's
Close
like, maybe didn't want that, but he goes, okay, well, you're welcome to share these, so I shall.
I'm not sure.
Basically, his knee, those ACLs, those athletic things that get tenant, it goes anterior, the L is ligament, and it's in the knee, and it goes across. Well, like two little operations, like two operations on the knee, and one is like, they go in there and they make a little drill point, on the bone. And then they stop and they let it heal a little bit. Then they come in and they put in the ligament from point A to point B. Now, he had that one. That was part 2. Now, he had that part 2, and it got infected. Because they try to do where they drill, like, basically, they're kind of borehole type surgery. It's like, and so if it gets something on the top, it goes right down to the core. And it goes right down into the core of the knee. And if there's an infection in the core, and it's like, it's accessible to your whole system, the person's whole. And so there was a sepsis. Here's Robert. Robert. His uncle was visiting him. Here's Michael explaining.
Checking in, it's day 5. I'm running a fever. Second day in the hospital. For those that don't know, I had emergency interventive surgery yesterday to get rid of the sepsis in my infected ACL. So I've been running a fever this whole time. Now I'm finally down to low-grade fever, thank God. And in order to fight the low-grade fever, because I'm always laying down, I'm using this machine to work on my breathing exercises. It's 10 times per waking hour. Check in later.
wow, and why? Well, why focus on that? It's in the morning, maybe for you. Good morning. It's Monday, May 26th. It's Memorial Day. Why focus on it? Well, I'm asking for maybe a little the thoughts and prayers, because like when people put out that vibe that whether they're religious with prayer, higher power, God, with any type of that new age we have in Toastmasters, that I think there's something to that. Prayer has a power, and it's a good thing. And I think he needs this, and to go better than it has been, because I empathize with some of the situation he's been having lately with that overall sepsis. I mean, I almost died from that freaking sepsis, and he kept asking me questions about that, and it was when Maui burned down. It was like the very day after, so I had some urology operation things, and there must have been some rip because I saw a little blood. The next day I felt sick, and here's the big thing. I felt sick, and I'm shivering and shaking and 102. I'm like, I can handle it. I've been through this. I'll just sweat it out until the next morning, and it'll be gone. So I waited an extra day, and that was a mistake, because an extra day, and I was in the hospital, and it was septic shock, blood pressure dangerously low, heart rate dangerously high, and they're sticking port in my neck, jugular, it goes on to the aorta, and I'm like, oh God, and I was in ICU for 6 days, and feeling that sickness for an extended period, it is, okay, don't feel that, but, so, he's got the knee thing, and,
in the past.
So anyways,
Outside.
that's, so, a little get well soon. He's having the operation right now as, the time flies, pretty much, approximately, he's being wheeled in for that, in Honolulu, and he's a veteran, so, yeah, and he's a Marine, and that's the big vlog. So now the news, I don't know, Trump is still spinning his thing and trying to get the big, beautiful bill going on. It passed House by one squeaky vote. It's going to the Senate. As it is, it won't pass. You shall not pass. So basically, in the Senate, they're going to go chop chop, and they're going to alter it, which means it'll get bumped back to the House. Because as it stands, it doesn't have enough votes, and that's a kind of a for sure guesstimation. And the big reason was because the GOPers as well, because it's 50-50, and there's a handful of GOPers going, no. Adding $4 trillion onto the debt to, you're going to cut a little bit of stuff as far as amount of the total budget, but they're trying to cut like Medicaid, food stamp, SNAP stuff, Medicaid, by, it's just like millions of people will be without medical coverage, insurance coverage, and other stuff like stuff like that, and add trillion, and the benefits of this big, beautiful, why it's big and beautiful, because it's his old campaign promises to his billionaire donor friends who give him hundreds of millions of dollars. President Trump, the grifter, felon, he's get hundreds of millions of dollars from these guys, and he promised them a big fat tax cut. We're all gonna be rich. I'm gonna give you all a tax cut, and you're all gonna be rich. He's only talking to certain billionaires, and the rest of everyone else is gonna be it's going to be bad because and tariffs are still happening, and the Ukraine war is still going. Putin's just running grand shot. Putin's just whatever the hell he's doing. So get set on it. So let's have a nice little Veterans Day by just, I don't know, Hawaii news? Let's make this shorter, okay? Hawaii news. Yes, never forget. A lot of the cemeteries, military, like Arlington, Punch Bowl is a federal, they're getting all the flags, all the thousands of soldiers and Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts all doing the flag thing. Wahiwa landfill plans are sidetracked, banning dumps over the aquifer, positions Waimanalo Gulch into the mix. Oh gosh. Waimanalo Gulch, they already got like a dump there. So they still have a problem with that. Child Welfare Service search for cultural solutions, because you're not going to have a federal solution for that. Oh gosh, this isn't funny really. Oh, and then sports. Yay! This guy won the Indy 500, is it? Yeah.
Bless.
Indy 500. Yay, he won the Indy 500. He ran in front of the car and, hey look, so this is the guy, he made his 109th run of the Indy 500. And he's the driver who drinks his glass of milk. Marcus Erickson. I win! Give me a glass of milk. I don't. Welcome to the club. Thanks for sharing. Oh gosh. Where was I going here? He's jumping around. Oh, ooh, look. The Apapani bird is often pollinating flowers, and those are like rare birds. And that's a civilian hero, also a rare bird. Try to make him short. Okay, political cartoon. It's like the solemn political cartoon. Because Sam grieves for those who gave their last measure, as Lincoln said. Now to political. This is finger on the pulse, right? Yeah. Oh wait, that's what we forgot to do. I forgot. Don't forget. Back in the day, 1964, when you want to relax, just go to, the beach with a umbrella from the 60s with the swirly pattern that's striped. This is Bellows. I don't know, I think it changed. That just was my first thought there. Bellows is a little different looking, but it's officially opened at noon yesterday. This is Bellows opened. Okay, back to finger on the pulse, right up the back.
More affordable housing, jails, tea, zoo, bad for animals, worse for city, drug prices, executive order, but giving Trump a chance to buy the
No, don't wait.
Alright, let's try it.
I think this one here. Green, our governor, MD, doctor, governor.
Green tells science truth at congressional hearing.
Governor. Josh Green's testimony at the U.S. Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations hearing was valuable to not only the people of Hawaii but across the nation. Green presented strong evidence that COVID-19 medical response was based on science, not on partisans' belief, as was stated by the testimony of others and through the non-science verbiage of many of the Congress members on the subcommittee. Non-science verbiage? Mahalo to Green for speaking compassionately and eloquently in Washington, D.C. Calvin Hara Kaimuki. Oh, thank you, Calvin, for cool. Let's go back. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Calvin, for pointing that out there. Dr. Green goes to Washington, D.C., part of this subcommittee, so he's testifying in front of all the people, and he's a doctor, and he knows that false verbiage, non-science verbiage, as he put it, makes people hesitant to get vaccines. And because people get hesitant to get vaccines, they're dying of measles in the South Pacific, and people died of measles I think there's some death to the measles. people are getting measles rapidly. There's a measles outbreak because of RFK Jr. going, oh, watch out for the vaccine. And the same thing happened in the COVID, the plague, the pandemic. Everyone's like, mask, no mask, and lockdown. And when that was happening, they knew it was unpopular, so it was like, blame this, political party. And it's resurfacing because they're using those tactics of blame the political party on that. They're blaming because there's that 2026. They're gearing way in advance for the 2026 midterm elections. That's why all this is coming out. That's why President Trump is telling people, the leaders in Saudi Arabia, yeah, if it wasn't for the terrible Biden administration, I mean, there's like these sheiks and Emirates going like, oh, what are you talking about? They don't talk like India, but they're constantly berating stuff, like blame everything on the Democrats. And we're going to see a lot of that, so beware. And anyways, and people died for this country, I mean, Memorial Day. So, I don't see it being taken apart, with how America works and its democracy works, being taken apart. And, just what people fought and died for, as well as...
Can you hear her?
Okay. Have a good Memorial Day. That's all there is to it. And I send some prayers out for Michael to heal up fast this time, because we need that guy. He's a good guy. And that's probably my best friend.
Are you recording?
Right. Currently, yes, for sure. Okay. Aloha. Aloha, aloha, go this way. Aloha, have good Memorial Day. The Monday, the weekend, the holiday, Memorial Day, have a good time. Aloha to you now, bye.